remember in the previous video, I went over some of the costs of the tickets, and the VIP package was $1,500. That included a 3-course meal and best seats available for the event and a handshake. So it's like the meet and greet plus a meal for $1,500. Tickets were I guess as cheap as 99 or something like that. They were still high. It was $100 just to hear her talk. So I want you all to look at this. This is on the Premier Ticket website. I'll put this link in the chat as well, so you guys can go on here. If you have purchased a ticket, you need to get a refund. Get your money back and say, if I want to listen to Candace Owens, I'll just pull up her podcast on YouTube and do that for free. Because she's not saying anything any different. I can guarantee you that. There is nothing that Candace Owens Farmer can say that's any different that she says on her podcast for free that will want anyone to pay $1,500 to have a 3-course meal and a handshake with her. And this is the Australia and New Zealand tour. Hopefully New Zealand, New Zealand, yeah. No one should let her in right now with a tour because it seems like a money grab to me. That's just my personal opinion on it. $1,500 for a VIP dinner, a 3-course meal. You get meat and two sides. Maybe a dessert and a salad and something to drink. What the hell for $1,500? Like it's absurd. So if you all look over here, Candace Owens Live rescheduled. The promoter of Candace Owens Live has decided to reschedule the Australian tour due to court proceedings and health reasons. Was it because you were pregnant or you had a yeast infection, Candace? Which one was it? It was either the pregnancy or the yeast infection. Because it had nothing to do with COVID. She didn't believe in it. So which one was it, Candace? I'm just curious. I'm just asking. We're just asking questions, Candace. The same thing you do. Except when you don't. Was it pregnancy or yeast infection? It could have been one or the other. Or the litany of illnesses you claim you had from living with black mold for 6 months while you failed to pay rent. Yeah, I'm on one today. So you already saw she had, she listed court proceedings that she lost because she lost. Let's see how much these tickets are. All right, let's just pretend like we're going through the whole process of getting one. I want you all to see the pricing again because you can't make this up. $95 for reserved seating. That's anywhere in the stage. If you all can see here, $95 anywhere in the stage. So look at that. Even if you're in the blood nose in the back, you still have to pay $95. And $95 to see her say something you can hear for free on YouTube, on her YouTube channel. Let's go to the $295 VIP meet and greet package. That's just the meet and greet package. So like here, $295. You're in the second row, but that's just the meet and greet. Whatever that pertains, who knows? You probably won't even get a gift bag. Candace doesn't give out anything. When is the last time she gave out a prize or, a reward or something like that? When did she give out a cash app to somebody or a super chat? You don't see Candace like going to other content creators' channels and supporting them. She don't do none of that shit. So she gets all of this money, all the supers, all the YouTube payments, all that she gets in right now. And then wants to talk about somebody bankrupting her because she doesn't know how to shut the hell up. Or at least not say dumb things that's going to cause radical action or violence or hostility. $295 VIP meet and greet. So if you bought these tickets, you need to get a refund. And then, of course, there's the $1,500 VIP meet and greet with the dinner. And you're only on the front row. Y'all see this here? Because I can't make this up. You're just limited to those front rows. People actually purchase these tickets. I'm just clicking on what's left. Y'all see this? I'm clicking on what's left. People bought these tickets. The rest of it that's graded out, that's sold. So now you have all this money you're going to have to refund. So let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 times 3 rows. You have what? 13, let's say you got 50, 60 seats. $1,500 times 60. That's the money that she stands to lose with just the VIP dinner. And now imagine if all of this was sold out, she would have to refund all of that money back. Plus all of the VIP meet and greet for $295. And then, of course, the $95 seating everywhere else. She's going to have to pay all that money back. Now, why do you all really think she wanted to appeal? You all tell me why. Because if she truly cared about saying something positive and uplifting, that's meaningful, that has substance, she would not have done anything to risk not being granted a visa, right? But the only reason why, and here's my feeling on this based on the research and the ticket sales and the money that she has to lose, she's only fighting this hard because she doesn't want to have to give back this refund. Because that's a lot of money plus the government court costs she's going to have to pay. Now, let's just imagine all of this totals up to, a cool $2 million. I'm just theorizing here. $3 million. There's a lot of seats in here. Plus, whatever the government court costs she's going to have to pay. Now, Candace can earn that in one day with one video. One day with one video. Because now she's getting 3-4 million views per video as long as she's talking about Charlie Kirk. But she's still now got to pay out this money. And she can't sit here and say, well, no one's entitled to a refund. Because no one told her to file that appeal and sit here and fight, not being guaranteed a visa to even do a tour. So she scheduled the tour and started selling seats without having a visa secured. Don't you think, Candace, as smart as you proclaim to be, you will get your visa secured first before you start selling tickets to a show? Because that's all it is at this point. Listening to you talk is like a show. I find it comical. Unless you say something like you're cursing the land of Israel, children, and parents, and everybody else in between. It's so ridiculous. When you're on demon time, you're on demon time. But the rest is so hard to even take seriously because you have no idea what you're doing when you're inciting people to go out and cyber harass and bully people, or you're falsely accusing people of murdering someone. And the worst part is she gets mad when you sue her ass. This is the amount of money she stands to lose. I just put 2 of these tickets together. Let's put 3 of them together. All right, we got a VIP meet and greet. We got a VIP dinner. Let's just click on is there a VIP or reserved seating left? I don't even think there's a reserved seating left. Hold on. Okay, let's click on one. Let's add that to the order. Y'all, that's over $1,800 for one ticket each. If you take one VIP dinner ticket, one VIP meet and greet, and one reserved seating ticket, that's $1,890 without taxes and fees. Y'all see that over here? This is how much one ticket each cost together combined. So you can imagine this is almost $2,000. $2,000. They haven't even added in the fees yet, or taxes or anything like that. $1,890 just for one each ticket. She's got a whole auditorium to reimburse for the tickets that she hasn't sold. All these seats that's grayed out, she got to reimburse all that money. Plus pay the government's costs. You can't make this up. Y'all, this is what she brought on herself. She brought this on herself. And now here we are. So let's get to some comments, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, man, you guys, Make sure you hit that like button and drop a red heart in the chat. If you've hit that like button, drop a red heart in the chat. Girly Whirly, amen. What's happening? French Rich said Candace is like a new type of cancer with legs. No. Oh my God, like a plate. Tina S, exactly. She needs some self-control when it comes to what comes out of her mouth. Exactly, Candace. Yep. Yeah, we had to come up with a name for her cult following because, she gets mad when you say cult. But, it's like that's what they act like. They don't want to use a brain to ask questions or anything. They come over here asking me if I'm being paid by Israel or, some mafia. YouTube pays me, and if you want, you can petition them to pay me more. Or you guys can aid in that by making sure you hit the subscribe button and like button. Comment in the chat. Let's push these videos up in the engagement. The more views, the more subs, the more likes. That equals more money. At least I'm earning it. I'm not sitting out here talking about a mafia. Makes no sense. Y'all, it takes time to do some of this research, okay? So I thank you all for listening and tuning in. You can be listening to anyone else, but I am blessed to have the audience that I have and to have the supporters that I have. It humbles and it warms my heart. And I don't take it for granted. Unlike Candace. Yeah, she's got to pay court costs to the government of Australia. Y'all, that's something else. Candace is in hiding too. Gonna miss out on those super chats this week. Is she in hiding? Yeah, she's got some things coming up. Lord have mercy. Candace Owens Farmer, you lost. You took another L, girl. It's okay. She's probably gonna have an outbreak of yeast infections. Who knows? Who knows? She had to pay me, and I still have to say no. Exactly. She's posting on X. She got called out about being wrong about that Egyptian plane. She responded, and that's the thing. She's talking about the U.S. military flying planes over and all the stuff, and it's like, okay, do you realize there's, cameras? You have a flight log. There's a black box in each plane that records data. Is the flight data recorder. Then you have the voice box recorder. She has no idea how planes work. Candace does not understand how planes work. Between the FDR, it's called the black box, right? Even though it's not black, it's orange. But the black box has the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder in it. You can't go fly a plane without those two automatic instruments running. She's sitting here trying to predict what time it took off and all this other stuff, and forget that every plane has a black box. So it's like, what are you talking about? Do you not watch engineering disasters or airplane disasters at all, Candace? She doesn't even research or Google basic fundamentals you're going to find in an airplane. I mean, my goodness, if she knew about the black boxes, she wouldn't sit here and talk about time that it took off and all this other stuff. When a flight data recorder, the FDR, is going to record all of that. It records everything that happens with that plane, from takeoff to landing, what's going on in the air, what's going on with the instruments, what's going on with all the parts, making sure the plane is functioning. The pilot has to give coordinates of where they are. I mean, you can't put a plane in the air without something picking it up. So how in the world do you have a plane fly over anywhere in the United States of America, in our airspace, and no one knows it's up there in the sky? And if it were up there and no one knew about it, guess what would happen, Candace Owens Farmer? That plane would be shot the hell down. You put a plane in the United States airspace and no one knows why it's up there. We're taking it out. This is what I mean by she has no knowledge of anything, like basic knowledge of stuff. We are not going to let a plane fly in our airspace in the U.S. and not identify that plane and know what the hell that plane is there for. And if we can't figure it out, you know what we do, Candace? We call the Air Force. We get the military involved. Y'all need to take this plane out because they're not responding to us. We ain't got time for this. Come take this plane out. That plane would have a number on it, chopper CH-159 or something to indicate the actual identity of the plane itself. And they'll take that plane out of the air before they sit here and let a plane fly in our space, in our U.S. space, in our airspace. And we don't know what that plane is doing. That's little things like that she could just research. You can't make this stuff up. That girl doesn't use the brain God gave a Billy Goat. Oh my God. Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm just going through guys' comments here. She messed up the time. She didn't even know UTC meant Universal Time. Candace has to fly with SpaceX. Josh, you need to read a book. She gives out people info for free. Exactly. The doxing that goes on. When I saw her dox Phil Lyman and then ask about his mother, I was done. I said, oh no, you're cyber harassing people. And then you're sending 5 million of your supporters to go after this man. His cousin / nephew, whatever they refer to themselves as, who cares, had to delete 2 or 3 of his social media accounts. 2 out of the 3 social media accounts. Because of the harassment he was getting. He was getting all these messages and all these comments and all this stuff. People want to live and exist in peace, Candace. Not have to be bothered with your candy ass supporters. It makes no sense. Very generous of her not. I'll keep my 90. What's going on, Anthony Jordan? I'll keep my $90 in my sanity and just not listen to her hatred. Exactly. Right, but Protestants are not smart ones. She said, yeah, she did say that. Protestants are not smart and all this. Oh my gosh, she just said some crazy stuff. That's a lot of tickets to refund. Absolutely. Candace, you might want to get on it with refunding all this money back and pay the High Court of Australia for wasting their time because you knew you were not going to get that visa. You can go cry and throw a tantrum all you want, but no one owes you anything, girl. Like the First Lady of France does not owe you DNA. But when she comes to court with scientific evidence and she's going to slam dunk that one, then you'll have to pay them millions of dollars. You see what your mouth is getting you in trouble, Candace. And your attorneys don't have a spine to tell you, can you please not go on a social media platform and do a video where you say all this bullshit? We got to explain. Because when you go to court, Candace, it's not going to be like having your YouTube channel. You can't go in there and out-talk that judge. They will hold you in contempt and they will sanction your attorneys. That's how that's going to go. So if you don't believe me, please test that theory out. Go to court and act like an ass if you want to. Because I will read the court documents. I'll get that court transcript if I have to see how the judge scolds your ass because you're in here throwing a tantrum. You over 40 years old with 4 kids and a husband. Yeah, go ahead. Please go to court and act like a jackass if you want to. I dare you. That'll be fun for me. I think she doesn't like losing. She keeps losing, though. Jennifer says, Candace is acting like she's the first person to be banned from Australia, crown countries, i.e. UK, Ireland, Scotland, etc. Lauren Southern was banned like 10 years ago. David Wood, a Christian apologist, is banned. Yeah, I mean, countries don't want to have to let people in. That's the thing. She acts like someone owes her a visa, and they don't. Lawyer Love, what's going on? Wonder if she already spent the cash. You know what? That's a good question. Because this tour was scheduled to set up in 2024. But she knew she did not have a visa secured. So that's, even if someone got insurance for it, who knew she was not going to get a visa? That's why you do things in decency and in order, Candace. Because that's what the Bible says. Do things in decency and in order. If you're going to sit here and schedule a tour in another country, why aren't you doing more in your own country? I don't understand. But, whatever. But you're going to go to another country and wreak havoc, at least have a visa secured. But if they don't give you one, then that's it. If you had not jumped the gun and started selling tickets, then you wouldn't have had to worry about paying back all that money to refund everybody that purchased the ticket. Plus, now you have to pay the government's court costs. Yep, because that's what happens when you lose. She got to pay the attorney's fees. What she does. She better get used to losing big. Yeah, because the Macrons are coming for you. Josh Hammer might come for her. He needs to. He needs to go ahead and sue. If you piss off Erica Kirk, Candace, let me tell you what's going to happen to you. Erica Kirk is going to respond to you, but she's going to respond to you with an attorney. She's not going to go back and forth with you. That woman is grieving. She lost her husband. She's got 2 small children. She's got a company to run. She does not have time for your antics and your nonsense and your buffoonery, Candace Owens Farmer. So if Erica Kirk responds to Candace Owens Farmer, she needs to have an attorney responding with her to say, Here's our official response. If Candace wants to continue on with this, we can see her in the court of law, and then we will respond when we file a complaint against her. And we're going to leave it at that because that's how badasses move. We're not going to sit here and go back and forth with her on social media. Why do y'all think Erica Kirk is not saying anything? It's called keep it classy. Why do I need to respond to you back and forth on social media if I could just take your ass to court? I'm going to let you dig this hole for yourself. But when I respond, you're not going to like it. And that's what Erica Kirk is thinking here. And if she's going to have her business taken seriously, she's going to have people take her seriously. Whether you like her or not is irrelevant. Like I said previously, Erica Kirk was the wife of Charlie Kirk. The end. You can go on her behavior and all this other stuff. It doesn't change the fundamental fact that she was the wife of Charlie Kirk. And now she's been given over the business of Turning Point USA. Candace Owens will never have it. So she can sit here and dog it out all day. It's not going to change the fact that the new CEO is now Erica Kirk. Candace, you have your own platform. I don't even know why she won't invite Erica Kirk on her platform if she claims that, she's got nothing but love for her. Then prove it, Candace. Prove it. Stop attacking Turning Point USA. You know that Erica Kirk is the new CEO. Why don't you invite her on your show? Show the world that you actually care about her and her children and not just her husband, who's no longer with us to defend himself. It's so crazy. Let's get some more comments in. I want to thank you all so much for listening in on this. And man, this information is crucial, y'all. Who done it? Is that it? Who done it? On her platform, she claims rescheduled for 2026 due to health problems. And that's the thing. She knew that she was not going to be able to get that visa secured. So now she can't go back at all. So the information she has on her website would be misleading. Candace, you need to get to refunding that money and pay the government's court costs. Right, making money off her friend. Exactly. Millions of views in her videos, you all. It's so crazy. She'll push her merch even harder now. Yeah, it's going to say, Australia didn't want me. Can you believe it? Australia doesn't want me. Can you believe it? It's so not fair. George is worth 280 million pounds, I read, but he isn't happy. I know her father-in-law is ashamed as well. It should be. Now it's going to cost them financially. You about to catch another lawsuit from Josh Hammer, and if you keep on with Erica Kirk and piss off, she's definitely going to sue your ass, Candace. You think your husband's going to keep sitting back just letting all these lawsuits collect and pile up? Now you got to pay the high court of Australia's government court costs, and you got to refund all that money? He's going to be sitting there like, oh my dear God. Dear Lord. Dear, can you please just, can we reel it in a little? We have children. Can we reel it in a little? I've been working on my British accent. God, this is something else. Oh my goodness. The amount of people grifting off his death is gross, but it's especially gross from her. She is the only friend, and he's made videos about him every day. Yeah, she thinks that no one else loved or cared about Charlie Kirk but her. That's a lie from the pit of hell, Candace. Other people loved him. Other people cared about him. So, you don't get to just have him to yourself. And then if anyone else wants to look into what happened to him, thank you all for the red hearts. Red hearts in the chat if you've hit that like button. Red hearts in the chat for the Lady Luck Club if you have hit that like button. People call her coat. People candies. Yeah, I'm saying candy asses. Oh my goodness. Shout out to my mod. Y'all, this is why she is continuing her spiral. Exactly. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to the members, supporters, and all of you all in the Lady Luck Club. I don't take any of this for granted. This is exciting to see that people want to know the truth. I'm not going to push no theories out. I'll give you all my opinion, but it's going to be based off the facts that I've shown you. So, Candace has got a lot of money to start refunding and act like no one loves Charlie Kirk but her. Never mind the wife and children, though. I mean, she doesn't even talk about Erica Kirk in a positive light or the children. or the fact that he had friends. Did he have parents and siblings? I mean, he had people that loved him. So if somebody wants to go out, retrace the steps of the shooter, the person that's in prison right now for taking his life, then who is Candace Owens Farmer to stop someone from doing that? Why is that suspicious? Why isn't she doing it? Better question. Better question, Candace Owens Farmer. Why aren't you doing it? Why won't you leave the house, go to UVU, and go and walk around the campus yourself? And then, you can live stream while you're doing it so that you can show people all these dumb theories you've had are actually false, because we can see in person what we're looking at. I mean, it's just amazing to think that this girl, somehow gets to control an investigation of someone she was not married to. And yes, I said you weren't married to him, Candace, because he was not your husband. You have a husband. You have 4 children. Makes no sense. This unhealthy obsession. It's getting out of control. Tina said, are you getting that 7,000 from Israel? I'm off of Jay Witt, and we got that question. Yeah, I got comments on whether or not Israel is paying me, how much are they paying me? Because, I guess if you're going to assume I'm getting paid, you should know how much, right? I wish that YouTube would pay me more. If Israel wants to pay me, I don't even know how that would be bad. But I'm going to still say what I want to say. I'm going to tell you that right now. What Israel cannot do is distort facts and evidence. But I get that all the time. Is Israel paying me? No, Israel's not paying me. YouTube is paying me. Now, does Israel own YouTube? Did I miss out on something? Or Google, rather? Did Israel purchase Google and I didn't know it? Benjamin Netanyahu, if you get the chance to see this video, let me tell you something. Y'all can give me some money if you want to, but I'm going to still say what I want to say. I'll still say what I want to say. And when I get them, I'm going to pray over it and ask God to bless it, sanctify it, and multiply it, and all that in between. I'm not going to sit here like Candace does and curse the land. I mean, good grief. Unless Israel has purchased Google, no, they're not paying me anything. Chabu. I work almost 2 jobs. Her people are so weird. Lloyd said, I also watched Jay Witt take on this. He don't like her either. Yeah, nobody does. Well, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Columbus Hill. Shout out to you. Candace, TV Rocks, what's going on? Shout out to you. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, man. We're having fun, man. This is so much fun to sit here and, go over these lawsuits and add up all the L's that Candace is taking, because, she's taking a lot of L's. I'm curious to know, let me research and see if I can find how much the court is going to make her pay. Right quick, while I have you all on. How much will Candace Owens owe the? And I just want to see, to add it up, because she's looking at about what, a $2 million plus refund from all those seats, those tickets. So government, I'm wondering if they already have that information up, because that you guys can see now why she might be trying to go in hard on everything, because now it's going to cost her financially. I'm not seeing anything where it has a number as far as how much she would have to pay, but it is something else. I just want to see how much, like a roundabout number of what she's looking like she's going to have to pay. Because that'll dictate the type of content she does now. Y'all know she's going to, do videos on this and, garner sympathy, and all her candy asses is still going to. Why are you all giving a wealthy woman $200 and $300 supers? I don't understand, but whatever. But, I'm a mom with 2 kids, single mom, trying to, take care of my household, working regular full-time job, have content here on YouTube, just putting in the work. And somehow Israel is paying my bills. But these people are giving her supers, $200, $300 at a time. And this girl is worth over $220 million. Do you all think she has any issues paying her mortgage? She gets to just decide, on a random day, I'm going to homeschool my children. Now, that's fine for her. She's their mom. But financially, she gets to do that. She gets to have someone come in at the spur of the moment and hire someone in to homeschool her children. A nanny, a person that can come in and clean her house. She has properties. Candace has assets and money. And then she's looking at 7-figure checks from YouTube, plus all of the supers, cash apps, Zelles, and other ways to donate, and the merchandise sales, all the ticket sales, all the other deals that she has, her sponsors. She's bringing in at least 7 figures a year, minimum. But if you say anything that's factually based, somehow Israel is paying you. And I'm sitting here like, what are they paying me that's worthwhile me not showing you all facts and evidence and doing some research? And then you guys can take it from there. While they sit here and shovel money her way, and she's already wealthy. And she will never give these people a dime if they paid her to, if they asked her to. If they say, hey, I've been supporting you for 5 years, Candace, I need a little help with my rent. Can you send me a couple $1,000 to help me pay my rent? Candace Owens will act like that email does not exist. This is what they're getting. You're giving someone that's wealthy all this money, and now she's got to pay out in legal fees. And she cries about being bankrupted from the Macron's lawsuit. To the Macrons, Candace Owens Farmer is not broke. She will not be bankrupted. If she is ordered to pay you all $10, $15 million, that's not going to bankrupt her at all. It's just not. And this is what you'll have coming your way, Candace. If Josh Hammer sues you, it's going to be in the millions. It should be. So, yep. I'm not saying anything as far as an amount yet, but as soon as they post up anything on what the amount she will have to pay the government court fees in Australia, you all know I will be reporting that. And I am looking. I'm looking. Because that is going to be at least $100,000 for her. And these are fees that, you're talking about international court costs here. Plus her attorney's fees. So if y'all add it up, she's already had to pay out, probably 6 figures in attorney's fees. She's had 2 attorneys representing her in that matter with the High Court of Australia. 2 attorneys. That's a lot of billable hours. And I know that's not free. Getting 2 attorneys to represent you in international affairs like that, that's going to cost you a pretty penny. So you can put 2 and 2 together and theorize this might be why she's sitting here hoppering on something that's going to get her millions of views per video. Because now you got those fees to pay, the attorney's fees for that matter with Australia, and you got the Macron's lawsuit, and she's being threatened, to possibly catch one from Josh Hammer and anyone else she keeps sitting here falsely accusing of being responsible for someone's death that we all witness on national television. Candace Owens, you keep on with all that nonsense if you want, but it's going to cost you. That stuff is going to cost you. So as soon as I find it, you all, or anything comes up, I will definitely report on it. But I'm not saying anything now. It's not giving me any dollar amounts. It's just reporting that she's been denied. And that's all I am seeing so far. So, yes, I would love to know what those court costs look like. Yeah, of course I would love to know. All right, so let's get some more comments in. And that is going to conclude. Tina, I'm so glad you found it. They are great. Awesome. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate all of you all. She also said I got this information off the record that then said it was what it was. Off the record means you don't report it. She's supposed to be a journalist. Oh my God, exactly. As an independent journalist, I have sources that send me information. You might not even know that it came from a source. I just report it. I don't even have to indicate this came from a source unless it is absolutely necessary. Because naturally, people are going to ask, who's your source? It's a source I'm not going to tell you. But there has to be a way where you creatively report the information, even if you have what's called corroborating evidence, something to support whatever someone is giving you. So when I get information, first thing I do is vet it. I might go out and research to see if there's anything out there that I can say supports whatever has been sent to me to corroborate the documentation or the evidence or the tips or whatever. Candace Owens Farmer has no way to vet those tips coming in that tip line. She's not vetting them properly. So when she's getting all these tips in saying, hey, have you looked at, the communist bees today? Like, she's just taking that and running with it. It's like, are you kidding? Communist bees? You're literally repeating these wacko ideas that people are sending to you in your tip line. How do you know that they're not doing it to make you look stupid? Think about it. What if someone's playing a prank on her and they're just sending her tips, having her go out and report some of the most dumbest shit, excuse my language, the dumbest things, and she's actually doing that. She's actually going out talking about communist bees. It could have been a prank. It could have been a joke. But because she has no way to vet her tips, she just goes out and repeats the dumbest things that are sent to her. If this is the wildest theory ever, and I'm going to report on this. Are you kidding? Now you got to go back and retract these communist bees. You said who's out here responsible for a grown male adult's death? Communist bees? You had a vision. Now you're talking about spiritual matters that you still don't understand. It's so crazy, people. It's so crazy. These are the things that she's getting in tips that she's not vetting properly. She's not corroborating with any evidence. She's not going back. If there's a plane in the sky, would we actually have a plane in our U.S. aerospace that's unidentifiable? No. The answer is no. But she's too busy blaming the U.S. military on a civilian's death. So it's like she's pissing off so many people at one time. I highly doubt she will be able to get information where people would be willing to just give her facts because they're so annoyed at her doing all this nonsense. You're blaming the entire U.S. military for the death of Charlie Kirk. I mean, how are any veterans, active duty members not insulted by that? And she can't even give you what branch of military. That's what's so insulting about the stuff that she says. Nothing can be substantiated. Nothing's being corroborated. No information at all. I can show you all what the ticket sales look like and say there's a high chance that she's probably doing these, conspiratorial, themed videos, and she's hopping on Charlie Kirk to keep up the views. But if she doesn't do Charlie Kirk, what the hell is she going to talk about? What would be the topic of discussion? Candace could talk about something based on research, but what would be her next big thing to report on once she's done with Charlie Kirk? I want you all to think about that. She went from the Macrons doing an 8-part series. She harped on that. That landed her a lawsuit. And then, unfortunately, the death of Charlie Kirk happened. And now she's been harping on that. So what's going to be her next big topic? If she decides, okay, I got to chill out with Charlie Kirk. What would she be able to talk about to generate millions of views in one video? Think about it. Most people are going to be like, you ain't talking about this. You're not talking about what's trending. You're not talking about what's viral. We don't want to hear about it. Candace Owens is running what's viral. Even if she knew Charlie Kirk and was a friend, she hasn't really shown that they had a close friendship within the last 6 months, that they communicated like that they were anywhere near close. She was talking about a reunion with him. Oh, he was taken out before he could reunite with me on stage. You can only say that for so long. But how do we really know that was what his intentions were? That he was actually going to do that? And if his wife was inherited the business and not Candace Owens, then that should tell you a lot, right? Because he could have put it in the will for someone else to become the CEO of Turning Point USA. He gave it to his wife. So that should tell you a whole lot for her to inherit it. And Candace Owens was not in the lineup. That we do know. So, I mean, what's going to be the next big grift thing that she talks about that's going to get her the views that she's been receiving? The video where she blamed Netanyahu, and I'll pull this up so you all can see. Because, Candace Owens is riding this gravy train. But I want you all to see exactly when I say her views, being all over the place until she started talking about what became a hot topic for her after the Macrons. Let me show you all this. We're looking at her YouTube page, right? Look how many views she got. They are lying about Charlie Kirk. And she's got Benjamin Netanyahu, who's holding up that 7-page letter that now all of a sudden she acts like doesn't exist. Trying to verify if Charlie Kirk even sent the letter. Was it sent via email? Was it sent by a bird or a stork? I mean, just all kinds of nonsense. 8.9 million views. And this was 4 weeks ago, people. 8.9 million views on that one video. Let's go down to a video she did 6 months ago. Let's go back 6 months. Because I want you all to see, the views she was getting. Let's go back 6 months ago. We'll go up a little bit. Let's just start before Macron's. Let's go back to, let's just pick up video here. She's talking about something random. Okay, LeBron James is too quiet about Diddy. Only 784,000 views. That was last year. She talked about Kanye West here. Guess who's back? I'm out of YouTube jail. 700,000 views last year. I met with her daddy for Kamala's father. 1.3 million. She started talking about the Brigitte Macron and was, look at this, 2.5, 1.6, 1.5, 1.6. She was getting a minimum 1.5 million views per video when she talked about that. She only got 490,000 views on this Muhammad Khalil's detainment. 490,000 views. LeBron James attacked Stephen A. Smith. 859,000 views. Like, you're talking about sports. I don't know if men want to hear Candace Owens talk about sports, but whatever. But you start talking about getting heavy into the Charlie Kirk. 2.9, 2.8, 2.9, 3.3. Y'all see my point here? This is really keeping her above the waterline here. And for her to have 5 million supporters, 5.41 million supporters, yeah, that's about right. Over half of her audience are watching her videos every day. This is what she's doing. And she knows now this money she's generated. 6.7 million views to my friend Charlie Kirk. This money she's bringing in, 5.7 million, 4.4, 3.4, 4.7. Now you got to take that money and give out refunds for tickets, pay the High Court of Australia government court cost fees. You're going to have to pay the Macron's lawsuit because you're going to lose that. You're probably going to have to take another L with Josh Hammer because you just don't know how to stop with that. And anyone else that you continue to attack relentlessly. I even said Phil Lyman should sue her if she keeps going at this rate because she has caused this man so much distress, especially talking about his mother. It makes no sense. What if Benjamin Netanyahu decides to file a lawsuit? Candace Owens, you could wake up one day and really catch the biggest lawsuit of your life from Benjamin Netanyahu. Then you have to ask yourself, is he wrong for suing the crap out of you at this point? Everybody doesn't have to allow you to say what you want to say, where it's defamatory and you're attacking their character all day. So that would be the hot point of her life. If Benjamin Netanyahu decided to file a lawsuit against her. And I can guarantee you, it doesn't matter who it is, she's going to try to monetize it. She's using her audience to pay her attorney's fees. They're sitting here giving her sympathy money, not based on any research she's doing, just listening to her theorize and assume and make dumb assumptions and comments and read tip lines all day. It's nothing but salaciousness. There's nothing investigative about what Candace does. When you can't present facts and evidence to show someone is born a man, scientific evidence at that, I don't have to trust anything else you say. When you still fail to say that this is my opinion rather than a fact. So yeah, she's not a journalist. She is reading books. She has a book club. Oh, okay. She needs to read science and math. Laws. How about the laws of the High Court of Australia? Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, it's something. As Judge Joe Brown said, Candace lives in an office building. Does she? He said I think she works in her basement in her home, right? She doesn't even have to pay for an office bill. That's what's so crazy. Girl saving money by working in her home. But yet want to get mad and talk about, oh, people are after me. Well, I mean, the U.S. military should be pissed off with you for blaming them for trying to murder a civilian in front of everybody's eyes. It's so insane. Ready to wear it. Oh, my God. So thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys, make sure you hit that like button. Drop some red hearts in the chat. Shout out to all of my mods. Manny, what's going on? Good to see you. I appreciate all of you all. I know this is the early live, but we had to do it, y'all. I told you all we were going to do it. We was going to follow up on this. Hell, the FBI led by Kosh are on top of Candace. Yeah, at this point they are. They have to be. Charlie Kirk's real friends that made any money with his name after his death have donated all the proceeds to his wife and kids. Exactly. Candace, why aren't you donating any proceeds to Erica Kirk and the children? Why aren't you giving her money? Why are you not letting her on your show? Stop telling us that you're friends with Erica Kirk when we all know that's a damn lie from the pit of hell. And until you prove me wrong by actually having her on your show, I'm going to continue to say that. And that is my opinion. It is a lie from the pit of hell, Candace, for you to say that you and Erica Kirk are friends. You're not friends. But prove me wrong. Have her on your show. Give her some money. Help her family out. You pissed off the FBI, the CIA. You're making money off the CIA. Talking about decentralized. All because your conspiracy theories are stupid. No facts, no evidence, no nothing. That question from people is ridiculous. We're getting paid from Israel. God. Benjamin Netanyahu, if you want to send me a check, go ahead and just do a huge cash app, Lady Luck Club LLC. And make sure the taxes are paid on it. Just so we can prove a point to Candace and her followers, Candy Gasses. Oh my God. You're doing a great job. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that, y'all. It's been something else. But all right, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all so much. $20 super from Shannon. Woo! Did we meet our goal? We have a $25 goal. Yes, I think I met the goal. We have a $25 goal every live, you guys. You guys know I'm trying to get 2 new lighting so I can get back on camera. And I can't do that now because I have no lighting. My lighting poles broke a couple weeks ago. So if you look at the post on my channel, you'll see where the on Amazon I found some new lighting, and I'm just said the supers are going to go towards any cash apps, donations are going to go towards getting 2 new lights for the channel so that we can get back to doing lives and you guys can see my lovely face and I can interact with you all a lot more. But you wouldn't be able to see me now. I did one yesterday with the guests and came on camera and I had to use like a little lamp that I have. And it was so dark. It looked dark. It was like a suspense moment. So I want to have better lighting. I want to be able to get the $400 studio upgraded a little bit. And that's going to come from any donations that you guys, of course, donate to the Lady Luck Club. And as always, I appreciate it. I really do. It's a blessing. just getting views and likes and subs, and you guys sharing the content goes far beyond what you can imagine, and it is always appreciated here. Shannon sent the $20 super. Stolen is the new member here. Thank you so much. And we have 2025 sending the £9.99 super. Thank you so much. I think that does, yeah, we met our goal for today. $25 goal. I appreciate that so much. Thank you all so much. Y'all hit that like button. Share this content. I'm going to break this live down since it's an hour and 26 minutes. But you guys have a great day. We will be going live tonight with Jay Witt talking about Umar because, you know, he keeps doing dumb things as well. So great panel lined up for tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check the post. Make sure you sign up and get the notification. Turn on those notification bells so that you guys can tune in. And I will see you all then. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.